Hey, Mark the Meerkat, Suffron here at freeonlinetradingeducation.com, brought to you by Grok Trade, where I'm an analyst, host of the Rockstar Trading Room, and perhaps your future mentor. This is a special edition on a trade, what to do on a bearish market. I'm going to show you an instrument called the UVXY. That is a 3x leveraged ETF on the VIX, the volatility index. 1% the VIX goes up, this goes up 3%. And I have beside it the 5-minute SPX, or the S&P 500 index. Here it was at opening at 9:30, and this is what it is in the market. If the market drops suddenly, and what did it do? It did a bear pullback and then started to drop. Well, the VIX, which is the volatility, works in the opposite. It jumped up and then it pulled back on that pull up, and then now it's going back the other way. So I went long as soon as the SPX broke here, the support area. That's when I went long the UVXY at 28.57. All right, let's see what happened next. It did pull back a little bit, and then it took off like a rocket. Let's see what it did over here in the market. It just started to just plain out fall. So as it's falling like this, what's happened to volatility? It's going up, and this is going up 3 times volatility here. Let's continue on. Next few minutes up here in the 1025 area, and then over here what was happening is that it came down here to the 1400, very strong support line for the SPX. So it also started to top out here, and I saw that it was starting to pull up from the 1400, and this is, of course, this is rolling over, and I got out at 29.64 for 3.6%. So you see how I'm doing in coordination with what's going on with the S&P 500. This is doing just the opposite, and so I'm watching what's going on in each in order to make my play. Well, as time went on, then let's watch the S&P over here to the right. What did it do? It did a bear pullback, came right up here to this 8 EMA. Again, this is the 5-minute chart over here on the right. There's a 1-minute chart here. It started to fall, but let's catch up on time on that. And what did it do? It dropped to the 50-period moving average and then started to roll up. So I had an order set here as if this were going to break the 1400 on this bear pullback, I want it to be long the UVXY, so I have an order set. And what happened? Bam, it did. It fell right below it, and I'm now long here at 29.43. Let's see what happened next. Let's go to the SPX here, and it just kept going down here to the 1395 area. Again, those are that's a 5-minute chart. Here's a 1-minute chart. Let's move it ahead. Boom, 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 boom. Now it's right at the $30 resistance line. The S&P 500 here. Let's see what happens. It did form a bit of a base here at the 35.95, as that's forming a base at $30 up there. And it did another bear pullback here. Let's see what happened with this. Boom! There we go. Pulled all the way up here, and then did a big pullback. And let's catch up to time here. Here it is, the pullback. That's what this is here. This is that there, and it took off. So now we're at 1120. We're coming up on 1120 here on the S&P 500. And at 1130, then it found a base here at 1390. And let's go to 1130 on this one. And I went ahead and I took out half here at $30.52 for 3.7% on the first half. Let's see what happened after that. Get us to 1130. And boom! Look at that. It really took off. Even though we're in a pullback here now. This is just after 1130 on this 1-minute chart. And it started to pull back as this started to pull up. See? It's going just the opposite. And it pulled all the way back here to 31.49 as it broke the 8 EMA there. I got out my second half for 7.0% on the second half. So the second trade from here, half out here and then up over the top, the other half out there, was for 5.35%. So these two trades together from here up to here, and the second trade from here, half out and half out up there, was for a total of 8.95%. But can you see how I'm using in coordination with the S&P, what's going on with the S&P? Just the opposite of that is the VIX on a very bearish day that we're having here. I mean, the market's down over 2% at this point. Well, this is Mark the Meerkat Suffron, and these are just some of the trades that we're doing in the Rockstar room. And you just got to remember that anything can happen, so you need to keep open to and nimble to market changes.